Everyone, good afternoon. How are we all doing? Hope we are doing okay. Uh, sorry. Yes, so this afternoon we'll be looking at civic education, and the topic is places to respect. Places to respect. At the end of the lesson, we should be able to list some places to respect. We should be able to identify some of these places in and around our environment. And we should be able to discuss some ways to protect Earth by respecting it. Now, take a look at this lady. Can you see the picture on your screen? Look at what she's doing. What is she doing? She's littering the floor while driving. She's doing two wrong things at the same time. She's littering the floor with the nylon wrappers that she has eaten. And at the same time, she's not watching the road while driving. And this is very, very bad. Number one, littering the floor is very bad because imagine that there is a banana peel amongst the things that she's throwing on the floor. It could cause a lot of accidents. Secondly, she's not even watching the road. A car could be coming in front and she would not know and cause another accident. So in all the things she's doing, or all the things she's doing in this picture is wrong and very, very bad. Now, take a look at these people. Unlike the other lady that was littering the floor, these people are taking care of their environment. They are picking up the dirt from the floor. You can see. So which of these people would you rather be? Would you rather be the lady driving and littering the floor, or would you rather be taking care of your environment? I guess so as well. You won't want to be part of the people that litter the floor. Some people do it. Yes, you see them in the buses. They'll stretch out their hands and throw things on the floor, throw things on the road. And some of you also do it. When you finish eating your snacks, you throw the wrapper on the floor. These are bad habits and they are not good. And you will find out why they are not good, why they are bad habits as we go on. Now, places to respect. Previously, we've discussed the meaning of respect, how to show respect, people to respect. I hope you can remember all these things we've been discussing. I hope you have not forgotten. Yes, respect is the act of taking care of something, in your possession. Also the act of giving people the honor that they deserve. So today we also want to talk about the places to respect. What are the places that we are to respect? What places in our environment should we respect? Now, number one, the first thing you need to know is that all public places and buildings should be respected. Every public place. Where is a public place? Public places are places that everybody makes use of. So in these places, you have different people coming to these places. It's not your house. Public places can be the road because everybody makes use of the road. It can be the park where you go to play. When you go to play, you see a lot of people there, true or false. So a public place can be your park, can be the beach, can be the market, the hospital, library, post office. So many places, anywhere that everybody can use, anywhere that is accessible to everybody, that everybody can go to, is a public place. As well as public buildings too. They are very important. We need to respect these places. And how do you respect these places? How do you respect the hospital? By not making noise. When you go to the hospital, you find out that who are the people we find in the hospital? Sick people that need rest, that need to be taken care of. So would it be okay if you go there to make noise or disturb? No. So one of the ways you can respect this place, which is the hospital, is by not disturbing. You have other places like the beach, the market, the grocery store, the park. These are all public places. When you go to these places, make sure that you behave well. Do not destroy the properties in these places. Yes. When you go to the park, don't pull out the grass. because the grass is part of the beauty of that park. When you go to the store, don't disturb other people. Buy whatever you need to buy in the market and leave. When you go to the beach, don't litter the water. Some people do it. That's when they'll throw all the wrappers of their snacks or whatever inside the water. It's very important that we take care of public places. So that's why I said the first lady in the picture was wrong with, she was not taking care of her environment. She was littering the place. At the same time, she could have caused an accident because of a distraction. Now, another place to respect are religious buildings. Yes, another place to respect are religious buildings. What do we mean by religious building? We're talking about mosque, church, and every other place that people go to worship God. These are religious buildings. It's very important that we respect these places. When you go to the church, for those that are Muslims, when you go to mosque, you should not disturb. You can see the picture here. The people in this picture are praying. They are praying to God. Would it now be okay for you to go to this place and disturb? No. Or the other picture we have here is a picture of a library. Many of these public places and buildings, they have their rules. They have rules that are guiding them. They have rules and regulations. And one of the ways, remember we talked about ways you can respect. By obeying the rules and regulations that have been laid down. So in the library, you know that when you go to the library, you're not supposed to make noise. If you should make noise, then you are not respecting that place. You're not respecting the library. Because the what's it called? The rule already states no noise, be quiet, because every other person in the library is trying to study. So if you go to the library despite knowing the rule and you make noise, then that means you are knowingly disrespecting the library. How can you respect? Okay, and then lastly, we also respect our world. We are living in earth. I hope you know that. Yes, you are also to respect the world you live in. How can you respect the world that you live in? By not polluting your environment. What do we mean by pollute? When you say pollute, what do you mean? Pollute means to make a mess of something, to make something bad and not useful. To make something bad and it will not be useful. To make something unfit for use. That's what pollute means. So by not polluting your environment and the natural resources in your environment, those natural things that have been created by God, water, air, land, by not polluting it, by not making a mess of it. So now tell me, amongst these three things that I mentioned, water, air, and land pollution, which one was that woman polluting? Which of them did the woman in the first picture? Let's go back a bit. Yes, this woman, which of these is she polluting? Is she polluting the air, land, or water? You should be able to guess, right? Yes, she's polluting the land by littering the floor with these wrappers. So you can see that's one of the ways you can pollute the land. So she is not respecting her world because she's polluting her environment. That thing she put on the floor can attract insects, it can attract rodents, it can attract rats, it can attract so many things, and that's not good for the environment. So she's not respecting our world by doing that. I also mentioned when I showed you the picture of the beach, I also mentioned that some people go to the beach and they pour or they throw dirty things in the water. Remember that living things live in this water, and many of them make use of this water to survive. Without water, they will die. So how do you think it will feel if you litter the water that they are supposed to be using with dirt? They will not be able to make use of it. The water will become bad for them and they will die. So that's another way you are polluting the water, making the water unfit, because at the end of the day, this same water is part of the water that will be used, or that would be moved to all the taps that you see, and and that will come back to you as drinking water. So imagine that you've made it unfit, you've polluted it already. You'll not be able to drink, and then you are also destroying the living things that stay in that water. So these are some of the things. When we say polluting water, these are some of the things. So it's very important that we do not pollute our environment and natural resources, even air. There are ways you can pollute air and make it unfit. And air is very important. Air is not something you want to pollute, because we all breathe in air every second. Every second of the day we are breathing in air. So we can respect the world by not polluting the environment. Now, points for discussion. What can cause these things? Number one, water pollution. I think we have talked about one thing that can cause it, but I want you to, after watching this video, I want you to take some minutes to think about it. Think about this point for discussion. What can cause water pollution? 2, what can cause air pollution? 3, what can cause land pollution? So, that word is discussion. We'll continue the discussion on our Zoom platform. So, before then, make sure that you have thought about it. What can cause it? You can do a mini research. Ask your parents, what can cause these things? And you to think. So we're going to continue the discussion on Zoom. I hope you have learned something new today. I hope you have learned to care for your environment. Do have a lovely day ahead. Bye. I don't fear.